What is up, y'all? Welcome back to ESPN NFL 2K5, Tompa Bay. In 2004, we're almost done. It's the last game of the first season. We're playing the Arizona Cardinals, who, as you can see, are 4-11. This is basically a garbage time game for the last game, but we're trying to get the number one seed into the playoffs. So let's throw to SportsCenter for the second to last time this season, and then we'll check out what we've got in the 4-11 Arizona Cardinals.
I'm Chris Berman. Let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Cowboys win by a comfortable margin. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Jets win their 9th game of the year. The Saints won this contest and will now move to second place in the NFC South. Troy Edwards nabbed 2 touchdown passes and helped his Jaguars beat the Texans. Charles Rogers had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. By the coal mines of Pittsburgh, we had the Steelers lose by a narrow 5-point margin. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Justin Fargas is on the move. Perhaps not for all that he thought he'd get, but a good deal nonetheless. 6 years, $5.4 million, plus a $1.0 million signing bonus. Goodman is on the move, as you see, as he accepts a pretty good offer to leave his current club. 4 years, $2.1 million. Bao will also have a new address for a while as he signs a 4-year contract with the Rams. This week had some big injuries, and we'll get to all of them, but we're going to start right here. Hunter Hillenmeyer is arguably the biggest name on this list. A hairline fracture of the arm is the initial report, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. On to the serious news of the week. Todd Heap had to be placed on injured reserve this week, and his loss will hurt both the passing and the rushing game for his team. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Bills, 49ers. Bobby Shaw is so dangerous with his speed. The ball at the 27-yard line. And there's a little stutter step, and he's wide open. Touchdown! The Bills win this one by the final score of 21-10. Up in Seattle Stadium, we had the Seahawks come away with a decisive 10-point win. The Bengals erupted for 400-plus offensive yards in their victory at Paul Brown Stadium. The Buccaneers won at home, but will take to the road next week to meet the Cardinals. The Colts won this contest, but will stay at the first place in the AFC South. Earl Little stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Packers, Vikings. Amon Green is in his own territory, would like to get his team out to the midfield stripe. Takes the pitch, goes off right tackle, bursts through the hole. Look at him go! The 20, the 10, touchdown! 62 yards! The Packers go on to win this by the final score of 7-6. Mike Anderson had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Broncos beat the Titans. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Chiefs win their 9th game of the year. And in our final game, we had the Eagles come away victorious. So let's change things up a bit and turn to a guy that's had his eye on the college game, and that's our own Mel Kiper Jr. He joins us now. Mel, your work never ends, I know. Believe me, I know better than anybody else. But it's never too early to start thinking about next year's draft, is it?
Well, you're absolutely right. And with the college bowl season upon us, a lot of guys view their upcoming bowl game as more or less an open audition for NFL scouts everywhere. Goodman is someone I think of right away when I think of the best prospects in college football. 6'5", 314, out of North Carolina State. And this is a guy that's very agile out there and has great leg drive. But what intrigues me is his versatility. I really feel he could play any position on the line, though he's without question best suited to play guard at the next level. Mawson is another guy that's starting to make some noise with a terrific senior season. He was a virtual unknown coming into this year, but people are starting to project him to have a solid NFL career. I'm starting to jump on the bandwagon as well. So that'll do it for now, but expect there to be plenty happening between now and April.
Yes, indeed. Just 1 week to go, and the playoff picture's starting to take shape. But still some areas that'll need to be cleared up next weekend. We'll start with a look at the AFC playoff picture. Meanwhile, over in the NFC, the playoff picture looks like this. So that's how we stand to this point. Still lots of jockeying left to go as we get this thing sorted out for January. And that'll do it from here. Chris, let's send it back over to you.
And that'll do it here for Pivotal Week 16. As always, plenty of surprises to go around and plenty of intrigue still to come. My primetime players each took his team to the next level, and each is going to take home a game ball. Great work, fellas. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
As promised, the key players for the Arizona Cardinals, starting out with Josh McCown out of Sam Houston State in his third year, having an okay season, pretty much the first year he's had the majority of snaps. Behind him is Marcel Shipp, maybe going to cross 1,000 yards in this game, 3 total touchdowns as well for Marcel. We've got rookie Larry Fitzgerald, who has not had a good season, just 313 yards and 2 touchdowns for year one Larry, who, he's kind of a legend. And then there's Leonard Davis out of Texas, the fourth-year guard. Not the best blocking numbers for being a 93 overall, but I'm sure it's only going to get better considering he's only in his fourth year. Flipping over to the defense, we got Dexter Jackson, probably going to cross 100 tackles in this game, 2 sacks and 2 forced fumbles for him as well, but no picks after having 6 last season. And then on the front line, we talked about this in the trade deadline, but Marcellus Wiley is now an Arizona Cardinal, kind of wasting away with them, but still managed 14 total sacks. We will be without Anquan Bolden today, the second-year receiver in this universe, still with the Cardinals, and he's out with a pulled calf muscle. So you can see it's all bad here. I mean, the defense is okay, but the offense is at a 66 overall. We've benched some guys, and even with benching a bunch of guys, you can see that we're doing okay. So
hi there, I'm Chris Berman. Up next on ESPN, you're still in good hands with Allstott. Mike Allstott, back after missing most of 2003 with a neck injury. It won't take him long to get back to his old ways. Buccaneers, Cardinals, next.
welcome to Tempe, Arizona at Arizona Stadium. Despite a 4-11 season, the Arizona faithful are excited to be here, and it seems like the teams are actually kind of pumped up to play as well. As I mentioned earlier, there are some backups that are going to be playing. We'll see them kind of sprinkled throughout, but one person who is playing today is Tom Brady, because it wouldn't be the Tompa Bay series without him playing. But he's also kind of like, it's true to Tom Brady. He's a psychopath in real life, and he would probably want to be playing this game, especially because they're playing for first overall place in the NFC heading into the playoffs. We get a quick pass interference here to move the chains. We're now at a 2nd and 9. Brady, play action, about to throw. He gets hit hard by the pursuing lineman. I believe that's Carlos Dansby who knocks the ball loose. We got a 3rd and 21 now. Brady rolling left, throwing right. That's in the hands of Joey Galloway, and he basically just drops that one like it's a hot potato. So we avoided injury. We also avoided a turnover, but we are going to punt that one back to the Arizona Cardinals. They take over from their own 49-yard line, basically midfield. Right away, Josh McCown to Larry Fitzgerald. Beautiful catch in rhythm, and that's going to be a first down on the first play from scrimmage for the Cardinals. Very next play, it's going to be a draw for Marcel Shipp. He's going to get hit behind the line by Simeon Rice. You might be surprised that Simeon Rice is playing, but here's the thing with the defensive line specifically, we didn't have the depth as McCown hits Fitzgerald for a beautiful pass over on the left side. I'd rather him play on the line where he's been all year rather than play in special teams and have him get hurt that way, because I feel like it'd be more likely as Darrell Russell gets through for the sack, breaking through the weak guard play of the Arizona Cardinals right through the middle. That's going to be a sack and a half for Darrell Russell all season. Marcel Shipp's going to catch that one down in the flat. It's going to be a tackle from Charlie Clemens, who's going to be playing for Derek Brooks today. We did have the depth to sit Derek Brooks outright, and we want to save him for the playoffs. As Green makes a play on that one to the end zone, Larry Fitzgerald could not haul that one in. They're going to have to settle for 3 points. The kick is up. The kick is good from Neil Rackers. and that's going to be a 40-yard drive to put the Arizona Cardinals on the board. Pretty good drive for the Cardinals to start things off. Brady dropping back under pressure again. He's going to get hit as he throws, but the play on the ball was a bad one, and Michael Pittman in for Charlie Gardner today. We're making sure Charlie Gardner makes it healthy to the postseason, and Michael Pittman makes a great catch for a first down. Fast forward to a 3rd and 9. Now Brady under pressure, rolling to the left, and he realizes he's got nothing but turf in front of him, so he hits whatever jets Tom Brady has to get out of bounds. He's going to just kind of walk really cool out of the sideline. As you can see here, 3,600 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 14 interceptions for Tom Brady through this season, his first season with Tampa Bay. It started out a little slow as we get a peanut moment. Don't forget to like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But it seems like Tom has hit his stride. He's about at the touchdown to interception ratio as Brady hits Michael Clayton deep downfield. The cornerback coverage was kind of snoozing back there, and the rookie gets deep into the Arizona territory for a 1st and goal opportunity. Pittman's going to catch that one on the flat. He's not going to get very far, though. We're going to have 2nd and down. Brady looking to throw again. He's going to hit Ken Dilger over on the right side, but Dilger can't turn the corner quick enough. It's going to be a 3rd and goal as we wind down to the final seconds of the first quarter. Brady rolling left, throwing left. That's Joey Galloway. That's Charles Lee. Charles Lee with a rare drop in the end zone. Charles Lee has been a favorite target of Tom's near the end zone especially, but that one is going to fall incomplete, and even though we're down 3-0 as the first quarter ends, Grammatica steps up and ties the game immediately. A little shorty, a 10-play drive for 77 yards puts the Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in at a tie ball game with the Arizona Cardinals 3-0. You see how there I was controlling Brooks. Maybe we didn't have enough depth because Derek Brooks was playing on the kickoff, and I just made sure he didn't get involved so he wouldn't get hurt on a tackle. So anyway, McCown hits his receiver Johnson on the right side, in for Anquan Bolden as the second receiver, so we might hear Johnson's name a couple of times today. McCown throwing to the right side. That's going to be the tight end Jones making the catch. That's going to be a first down. Fast forward to 3rd and 7. McCown rolling out to his left, throwing it to his left. That one's going to be almost intercepted by Mario Edwards, who's in for Rondé Barber today. So we are giving both of our starting cornerbacks a rest in the name of staying healthy. As Pittman rounds the corner, he can't quite hit the Jets past the pursuing linebacker. It's going to be a 4-yard gain. Brady on 2nd and 6, going to hit Michael Clayton over on the left side. He's going to get about another 3-ish yards. 3rd and 3 now. Mike Allstott, usually a sure thing on 3rd down, but Barry and a linebacker are able to stop him cold. He's only able to get 1 yard. That's going to be a punt away. The Cardinals quickly in a 3rd and 10 situation. McCown throwing to nobody. He threw it to nobody. Casper was the target, but Casper was not even anywhere close to where that throw went. So that's going to be a quick 3 and out from the Arizona Cardinals, and a punt return opportunity from the young Jones, who has a little bit of space in front, hits the Jets as he hits 2 Carolina defenders. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to start out from the 29-yard line. Brady dropping back to pass, passes in rhythm, finds Joey Galloway this time, who manages to hold on to it. That's going to be a first down. Very next play, Mike Allstott meets Dexter Jackson head first, gets through the tackle. That's going to be a 9-yard gain for Mike. Michael Pittman then going to take the draw play, get across the line. That's going to be a first down on about a 3-4-yard gain. 2nd and 10 now. Michael Pittman getting a little bit of room, using the blocks, taking advantage, and trusting his blockers to get a great gain there to move the chains. Tom dropping back to pass on 1st and 10. He's in trouble. He rolls out of the trouble, somehow gets away from it, and somehow avoids the sack. Great play by Tom. 2 yards later, 1 down later. 3rd and 4. Tom throwing to the left side, going to find Michael Clayton all alone on the bucket and hook on the zone. Good read by Tom to move the chains. Getting close to the goal line situation, but Tom doesn't want to wait. He finds his man, Dan Moore, over the middle for a nice touchdown. Moore has maybe the 2nd most touchdowns on the team so far. Tom, not to be outdone, he's getting close to that 30 touchdown mark for the season. Kick is up, kick is good from Martin Grammatica, and I'll say this right now because this is what I was leading to. We're going to have a little in-between episode to recap Season 1 and everything that went down. We're going to go over team stats, we're going to go over player stats, we're going to go and take a look at where some of the players that we moved on from ended up, and we're going to do a whole review of Season 1 in the next episode. There will be no football, technically, in the next episode, but there will be a review of the season. Marcel Shipp gets the first down with about a minute left. They call the timeout. McCown rolling to the left, throwing to the left. That's going to be another catch by Jones over on the left side, and another timeout from the Arizona Cardinals. We're going to 2nd and 10 after an incomplete pass. It's going to be a throw to the left side to Larry Fitzgerald, who makes the catch. Quick tackle by Ivy, and that's going to be a final timeout called by the Arizona Cardinals, trying to close the gap a little bit as we get closer to halftime. That's going to be another catch in motion there by Johnson. Great catch by Johnson to get around the coverage there to move the chains. 30 seconds left, 2nd and 10. McCown throwing it over the middle. That's Larry Fitzgerald with the catch. Continuing to keep the chains moving. We've got a no-huddle offense now that the Cardinals are out of timeouts. McCown scans around. He's going to go ahead and get this one off, rolling off to the left side, throwing it to the left side, and that one's going to be picked off. Charlie Clemens in for Derek Brooks today, getting the start. He's a very talented backup at a 77 overall. We signed him just in case there was an injury to one of our very talented outside linebackers, and he's going to step inside of that one for the interception. Not the first interception of the season for Charlie Clemens, and that is going to take us into halftime. The Buccaneers are up on the Cardinals 10-3. Kind of surprising that we're not really taking it to him here, but we are playing a lot of backups in this game in order to make sure that we stay healthy. You notice we never really called Keenan McCardell's name. He's not playing in this game. We've got a lot of the backups playing, and it doesn't really show here. I mean, we got a good amount of yardage, maybe on the passing allowance, but we've only allowed 13 rush yards, and of course Tom Brady refusing to come out of the game until the very bitter end. He wants this win, and he wants to be responsible for it. So far, he's got 88 yards and 1 touchdown to his name. Arizona will take over in the second half. I'm laughing at 4 runs. I think I only put this in because I want to show how little they ran in that first half, probably because it wasn't really working for them, and they immediately go right back to the pass, and that's not really working for them either. So Mario Edwards makes another great play, getting his opportunity and making the most of it. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10, and Simeon Rice gets a sack, his 19th of the year. That means his next one could be the big 2-0, getting closer. I don't think he's going to get it at this point, but he's getting, he's sniffing the all-time record at this point, which is kind of cool to see from Simeon Rice, because not all of them have been done by me personally, as Jones shakes off a couple of guys and manages to get a great game, but we don't really do anything with it. We're at the 49. It's almost it's a 3rd and 10, and we get all 10 of those yards and more thanks to Charles Lee. He was mad he dropped that ball before. He makes the catch. He does a little nifty spin move. That's going to be a 1st down. Another great pass to Joey Galloway, who absolutely shook his defender on that in and out route. And now Joey Galloway has over 7,500 receiving yards in his career. The Tom Brady effect is certainly not hurting him there. That's going to be Michael Pittman to the right side. Makes a guy miss with his juke, and he's loose. We got to the 5, and Michael Pittman, the backup, waltzes into the end zone for the score. And with about 5 minutes left, the Boo Birds are raining down here in Arizona. I didn't realize that they were migratory and went south for the winter. Michael Pittman makes a great move, puts on the afterburners. He's in the end zone for 6. Martin Gramatica steps up, puts in the extra point. That's going to make it a 17-3 game, and it seems like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, despite having backups in most of the starting positions, are in firm control of this one. The Arizona Cardinals get to the 27 on that kickoff, thanks to another bit of poor coverage, maybe decision-making coverage by me, as Larry Fitzgerald makes a great catch. He's going to get about 20 on that one before getting knocked out of bounds by Smith. You can see real quick today's performance by Larry Fitzgerald, 5 catches, 82 yards, and then Jones getting the nod with 2 catches for 29 yards out of that tight end position. 3rd and 10 now. McCown dropping back deep, throwing deep. He's got 2 defenders in there with Larry Fitzgerald, but Larry Fitzgerald comes down with it. He's got multiple inches on both of those guys. Pause. But he still is able to come down with the catch. He's got 115 on 6 catches, and he is essentially the entirety of the offense for the Cardinals as they go backwards. Charlie Clemens coming through with the blitz, making the sack. He's got 1 interception and 1 sack so far today. A great game for the backup getting to play a little bit of that foosball. Now, there was 4 Buccaneers defenders there as the ball gets tipped and goes away. But one of the Buccaneers defenders decided he needed to play extra hard defense. So that's going to be a pass interference, and it's going to move the Cardinals all the way up to the 11-yard line. Ship from there, getting the run, avoids Clemens that time. That one is somehow not in the end zone. Darrell Smith making the tackle, but that's going to be a 1st and goal. It's basically 1st and inches at this point, and Marcel Ship just kind of falls into the end zone for 6. So he does this cute little shimmy shake to celebrate the touchdown. The blimp goes off for it because ESPN paid for it to be there, and they needed it to go off for the home team at least once. And this is actually a ball game. the Cardinals march down the field with a little bit of a help of a very deep pass interference call, but they get the touchdown. You have to get into the end zone as Brady is sacked again, and he fumbles it again, but the Buccaneers recover it again, 3rd and 20, and again, Tom's pissed because he fumbled the ball after getting sacked, but we're just relieved that he's okay because, again, we've just been playing with fire. Let's say that as Brady rolls out to the right side after he's outside the pocket, he decides to throw it away rather than test fate once again. I think maybe he was thinking of a little business decision, not wanting to throw a bad interception considering his ratio. And it's going to give the Arizona Cardinals the ball in really good field position. 2nd and 10 here, and then Charlie Clemens comes up with another pick. McCown must have gotten confused, thought that the red numbers were his teammates, and Charlie Clemens puts that one right in his bread basket, and he's going to have the interception. We'll look at this one more time. They just drop back in the classic Tampa 2 coverage, and Charlie is there waiting for the ball. You can see maybe it was a bad throw, maybe it was a mistimed throw. Larry Fitzgerald was right behind him, but that's going to come back to us regardless. Tom, under pressure, running away from the pressure. He's going to get tackled. We don't like that he's taking hits, but Tom is a madman, so we're going to have another run by Allstott, who makes Dexter Jackson eat the turf. He's lucky that there was another defender there behind him to make up for that truck stick motion by Mike Allstott. We haven't called Mike Allstott's name a lot today. He's kind of been overall struggling, but that was good to see a decent run from him. 3rd and 8 as we enter the 4th quarter. Brady slings it to Jason Jurabishis, who makes what I think is like maybe his 2nd catch of the season. And not only does he make the catch, he manages to make the catch with the pass interference being committed on him. So instead of a 4th and 1, we get a 1st and 10. And the refs are the refs, okay? You can't always fix them. Pittman, once again, the juke is deadly, spins out of a 2nd tackle, and that's going to be an 8-yard gainer for the backup running back. Allstott off the draw. Doesn't need to be a lot of yards, just needs to be enough yards, and those were enough yards for the 1st down. Brady dropping back deep, throwing basically at the back of his drop back. Charles Lee goes for it with one hand. Why he tried to make that catch with one hand, I have no idea, kids. Catch the ball with both hands, okay? You don't need to be a hero. It was a beautiful pass by Tom Brady, a catchable pass by Tom Brady, but for some reason, Lee goes for it with both hands and he loses it when he gets hit. So we're going to be forced into the field goal. This one is up. It's going to be good. Easy 38-yard field goal for Gramatica in terms of what he can hit, and that's a nice little 38-yard drive over 11 plays to just basically take some time off of the clock as I mess up there and get a tackle with Brooks. To get us into at least getting points and make them have to get 2 scores here as Marcel Shipp converts the 1st down there on the play. They were started running with Marcel a lot more here, especially as the clock is like winding down. We're here at 4 minutes ago. It's 3rd and 4, and they run it with Marcel, and Marcel has it. He breaks loose a little bit. He gets to about the 40. That's 1st down. Now McCoy started passing again, which is why it's 3rd and 10. McCoy gets that one off, but it's Larry. Larry has it over the outstretched hands of Vernon Green, and Larry has 7 for 141. McCown dropping back, throwing to the left side. That's Shipp. Mario Edwards is the first one to hit him. Clemens is the second one to hit him. That's going to be a 2nd and 8. Shipp going to get the run off the draw this time. It's going to be a bunch more yards, 6 of them, to get up to a 3rd and 2. Shipp up the middle. Gets hit by Sheldon Quarles. Not good for the 1st down, and that's going to be a field goal. They're going to take the points and go for the onside kick here in Arizona, trying to salvage maybe a win, play a little bit of spoiler for the Buccaneers. As you can see here, the flag is down, and even though Camella got the ball and just dives down, does the smart thing, the referees call the touch before the line, and apparently this means, and maybe this is what it meant in 2004, who knows, because they don't exist anymore, but you have to do the kick again, no matter what, even if we receive it. So we have to do the kick again. This time it's Keenan McCardell, who that's the only time you're going to hear his name again today. He was in just basically for that, and again, really lucky he didn't get hurt, but Keenan McCardell comes up with the football. On 2nd down, Pittman getting about 6 yards. That brings up a 3rd and 4 as we hit the 2-minute warning. Now this at the very least is going to take out a timeout, but Allstott fumbles it, and they get it back, so it's an automatic timeout, so they can't even waste one, and Gramatica kind of just like squeaks through another field goal, even though we thought we were going to be able to just run it out. So the lead is right back up to 10. And the Cardinals have to do something. They have to do something really, really quick, or else this game is absolutely over. 2nd and 10 now. We're going to drop back from McCown, throwing it over to the right side. That is a very open, very, very, very open tight end I'm not sure which tight end that is because I didn't look at everybody on the roster, and I don't need to know every player of the 4-11 Cardinals. But we're going to throw that one up there, almost intercepted by Ivy, who has a couple of end-of-games interceptions to close the door as teams are trying to get a throw or two in. This is going to be a 4th and 10. We're going to throw it over to the right side, and why he threw that pass to Johnson, I do not know, but Knight is able to make the tackle after getting called for a deep pass interference, and that's going to be able to bring Brian Greasy in, and Greasy gets the Greasy knee down, and that's going to be a win for the Buccaneers to close the season out. So Tom completes the season at 13-3. Wanted to play every single series if he could, and he did, because when Tom Brady wants something, you let him do it. So the Buccaneers take home the victory to close the season. The Cardinals finish a disappointing year at 4-12, and we did it in style. Only 119 passing yards because we had 157 yards on the ground. And just like when you can dominate the running game like that, this is like duh alert. You're just going to be able to do really, really great things and control the game. So Michael Pittman is the reason why we were able to control the game so well. 10 attempts, 63 yards, and a touchdown. You saw 2 of the longer rushes that he had in this game. He is a worthy backup, so if for some reason Charlie Gardner goes down, we know that we've got Michael Pittman backing him up, and we know that we can go off with him if we need to. Tom Brady played okay. He was 13 for 24 for 54%. He did not throw an interception. He did throw a touchdown, and for 119 yards. Josh McCown was 217 yards, but 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. We already talked about Pittman. We got Allstott for 12 carries and just 33 yards. Did not have the best day. Brady with a 23-yard scramble in there, and of course Pittman and Ship with the touchdowns. After Larry Fitzgerald, no one really had a lot of yards, and no one had any receiving touchdowns except for the one touchdown that we threw. They just weren't up on the list. McKinnon led the way with tackles. Kelly and Green were up there for us. McKinnon also up there with assists with Jackson. Green led in assists for us. We had sacks out of Clemens, Rice, and McFarland, which is great. And we had passes defended from Green and Edwards, 3 of those things per them. And then Charlie Clemens, player of the game for sure. He had a sack, he had 2 interceptions, definitely making the most of his time. So like I said, in like the midpoint of the episode, we're going to be doing like a season 1 wrap-up episode. We'll do SportsCenter then. We'll do the last week's SportsCenter. We'll do a season wrap-up. We'll do stats for the team, all of that good stuff. And then we'll have the playoffs going. Playoffs. So if you're ready for the playoffs, or if you're just ready to hear about how the season went, to see everybody's stats, make sure you like the video. It helps other people that might be interested in this content find it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do that. That's the best way you can help us out right now, is by hitting that subscribe button. And if you're here already and you're just watching to the end, man, I appreciate you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you are. And Peanuts 24/7. See you later.